I don't care what they say about me, it's alright. What is it?
All Day by Hillsong United. So unlike the bass, the guitar doesn't have a whole lot of that same repetitive line through the whole thing. There's not as much of that going on the guitar in this song as there is on the bass. There's a little bit of that. It's not exactly necessary though. So it's mostly going to be dealing with rhythm and a couple lead parts here and there. So that first part we really hear the guitar come in is on the very first pre-chorus. Kind of a fairly simple lead line with a little bit of delay or reverb, whichever one you prefer. So that line's going to start on a B. You can start up on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. So that line's basically between a B, C sharp, E flat, and an E. So that's pretty much going to go during the first pre-chorus and up until the vocals come back in for the second verse. Starting from that B. And then once we get to the end of the pre-chorus, you're going to kind of loop it back again, but it's going to be half of that. You're pretty much going to go from the B to the C sharp, E flat, and then back down. There is another lead line in that little instrumental part between the pre-chorus and the verse again. This one you got a couple different ways you can do it. We're going to be starting up here on the B on the 12th fret, on the B string, of course. So the first part you're going to go between a B and a B flat. The second part of it is an E and an E flat, and you can either play that down here or up here. So it's going to go like this. Or like this. At the end of that, there's a little bend to kind of finish off the line. So the bend is from an E flat, bending up to an E, then back down and down to a D. For that reason, I kind of prefer to use this version. So from that E flat, and then you end on that B again. So that whole thing together. So the basic chord progression that goes through the verse and the pre-chorus and the little instrumental parts is a G sharp minor, E, B, F sharp. So the second time we get to the pre-chorus, we're going to do that basic chord progression there, kind of in the back. Now the chords that I'm using a root 5th octave shape. You can do just the root and the 5th if you want. I just like it with the octave, it makes it a little more full. So the next part we got is the chorus. That's gonna go between B, E, F sharp, and G sharp minor. So the chorus is going to go like this. After the first chorus, during the verse, there's a part where it's just pretty much vocals and guitar. That part's going to be the same basic progression, except you're going to go between a high E and a high F sharp. Personally, I prefer to mix it up between the highs and the lows to make it a little more diverse, make it a little fuller. So this is a basic idea of what I'd like to do with it. The next part is the bridge. That's pretty much going between a C sharp minor and an E. So as you can see, there's that B at the end there. That just kind of closes it up and gets it ready for the chorus again. Once the bridge is done, there's a few breaks once we get to the chorus. They're going to go, the first one's going to be 2 hits, the other ones from there are going to be 3. So from that B at the end of the bridge, 1, 2, 3, 4. Post your comments and stay posted for more.